For years, I struggled with this verse, Proverbs 14:1. A wise woman builds her house, but with her own hands a foolish woman tears hers down. I took it personally. I was challenged by it, and I was defeated because my marriage has been suffering. And I wondered what I was doing wrong. I wanted to fix it. I just didn't know what I was doing wrong. And so I prayed finally, and I asked God, what am I doing wrong? I want to be that wise woman. I don't want to tear my house down. If this is my fault, whatever I'm doing wrong, I'm not even trying to blame someone at this point. I just want it fixed. So I took Proverbs 14:1 to God, and I asked him, what does it mean? And he said, it isn't meant for you to take it personally. It was never meant for you to think of yourself as a wise woman who's building her house, or even as the foolish woman who's tearing hers down. That verse in Proverbs 14:1 comes from Proverbs 9, and I'll read it to you. It says, wisdom has built her house. She has set up its 7 pillars. She has prepared her meat and mixed her wine. She has also set her table. She has sent out her servants, and she calls from the highest point of the city. Let all who are simple come to my house. To those who have no sense, she says, come eat my food and drink the wine I have mixed. Leave your simple ways and you will live. Walk in the way of insight. That's wisdom. That's the wisdom who's building the house. Wisdom who's hewn out the 7 pillars and sent out her servants, and who calls from the highest point of the city. And then there's the woman Folly, the foolish woman who tears hers down. And I'll read that to you as well. Folly is an unruly woman. She is simple and knows nothing. She sits at the door in her house on a seat at the highest point of the city, calling out to those who pass by, who go straight on their way. Let all who are simple come to my house. To those who have no sense, she says, stolen water is sweet. Food eaten in secret is delicious. But little do they know that the dead are there, that her guests are deep in the realm of the dead. Notice that wisdom and folly are both sitting at the highest point of the city. So God told me that verse that has been troubling me for years was never meant to condemn me, but only to help me to make a better choice. That wisdom is the one who's calling from the highest point of the city, saying, come and learn from me. Learn wisdom. Learn what God wants you to know. And folly is the one, if you answer, will bring about your destruction. But the wise woman who builds her house is God's servant at the highest point of the city. And folly is the foolish woman who doesn't belong to God, who wants to send us to destruction, who wants to destroy me if I choose her ways. And I was set free. I was so grateful to God that I no longer had to struggle with trying to be something that I wasn't on my own. I have a choice to make. I can choose wisdom, or I can choose folly, and I choose wisdom. But it's God's Spirit and His wisdom that guides me. And so I'm free. And I hope you are too. It was such a cool correction, such a weight off me, to know that I'm not alone in this. Not that I don't have to choose wisdom, or that I'm not responsible if I choose folly, but the choice has been given to me in a clearer way that lets me know that it's God who helps me to choose wisdom. And when I choose wisdom, it's God who gives wisdom authority in my life to build my house. Isn't that fun? Bye for now.